Luxury is synonymous with and best represented by Rolls-Royce. It is highly recognized for its magic carpet ride, waftability, unparalleled craftsmanship, a 6.75-liter V12 engine so soft you can balance a coin on it, and unique interior experience. And for more than 117 years, it has built every single handcrafted item around these principles, resulting in a back catalog suitable for the royal family, diplomats, Mayfair socialites, entrepreneurs, and more recently, a younger, more conscious and dynamic audience eager to join the brand in its next phase of growth. However, since 1900, the Rolls-Royce marque has dreamed of creating the Rolls-Royce Spectre. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Charles Royce once remarked, "The electric car is perfectly noiseless and clean," 123 years ago. Both vibration and fragrance are absent. When permanent charging stations are set up, they ought to be really helpful. The first part of that sentence makes great sense in the world of Rolls-Royce, even though the later part still holds true today, due to the growing necessity for local governments and the car industry to have a stronger electric infrastructure. Beyond being the first all-electric production car from the manufacturer, the Rolls-Royce Spectre is much more. It is the luxury car of the future, not just for the benefit of the environment, but also for the next 123 years of the brand. Thanks to the introduction of vehicles like the Cullinan and performance-enhanced black badge versions across the product range, it has already dropped its average consumer age to 42, much lower than the days when aristocrats in their 60s would purchase a Phantom. In order to appeal to today's youthful client base, which includes people in their 20s and 30s, Rolls-Royce realized it needed to adapt to the electric automotive environment. The Spectre addresses a contemporary audience. It clearly appeals to hypebeast readership, garnering more traffic than any Rolls-Royce-related post in the site's history. It's amazing that it came in nearly 3 times higher than the announcement of Drake's unique Chrome Hearts Cullinan. Putting members and hyperboles aside, Hypebeast had the good fortune to drive the new Spectre in Napa Valley, California, and learn that it's more than simply an electrified Rolls-Royce. With its ability to drive rather than be driven, and its ability to incorporate every feature that makes it feel like a logical continuation of the Rolls-Royce line of vehicles, the Spectre represents a completely new way to travel and enjoy a luxury vehicle. Outside, the Spectre can be best described in one word: imposing. Its 5.5 by 2 meters are palpable from every direction. Its weight of 2,975 kilograms or 6,559 lbs is not entirely attributable to a large battery. It's the outside and inside instead, a grand sculpture on wheels delineated by 3 penstrokes. The shoulder, waist, and waft line are the 3 features that distinguish its sculptural yet soft lines. The latter 2 slice from the front of the car to the rear, while at the back you can see how the car tapers into tighter proportions, highlighted by 2-tone paint treatments that highlight the Spectre's aerodynamics. The words Rolls-Royce and efficiency don't usually go together, yet the Spectre is efficient in every way. In addition to having an electric drivetrain, the car's exterior has been designed to be as efficient as possible. The Spirit of Ecstasy, which was once perched atop the front hood, now leans with the vehicle and points in the direction of the front at an angle that cuts through the air, and a wide, tapering, illuminated Pantheon grille directs air around the vehicle. Above all, though, the Spectre has a Rolls-Royce-like appearance and feel. With its 23-inch rims, the biggest wheels installed on a Rolls-Royce, let alone a coupe, since the Bugatti Royale of the 1920s and 1930s, and its characteristic coach doors, which are wider than those on any other Rolls-Royce, the driver and passengers can easily enter and exit the vehicle from the front or back. Not that the outside changes the game, but it didn't have to. Even if this is by no means a sports car, Rolls-Royce needs to draw in customers. The objectives are elegance and sophistication, and the brand undoubtedly met all the requirements in this regard. Inside, the Spectre's interior does not significantly alter the game. For the seasoned our customer, familiarity is crucial with a historical brand like this one, and even with the Spectre, it will feel like an integral part of the furniture. In light of this, the Spectre is the first vehicle to come equipped with a Starlight headliner as well as doors, 4 incredibly cozy leather-covered seats, and a dash clock. On the other hand, the infotainment system is as quick as you'll ever need it to be, and the driver instrument dials are digitalized and changeable to match the motif of the radically customizable interior. The Spectre is not attempting to be a camera-clad, screen-centric starship of Star Trek-level technological breakthroughs, too complex for even a millennial to comprehend like the majority of electric cars. Rather, Rolls-Royce always makes it clear what you are seated in. Comforting details like smoothly concealed umbrellas, automatically closing doors, and excellent audio quality, both audible and inaudible, are crucial. And with the latter, that's when the Spectre really shines. Rolls-Royce automobiles are not all like macho V12s with roll cages and plexiglass windows. The Spectre is quieter than any of its brothers thanks to sound-absorbing materials, double-glazed windows, and a battery located beneath the floor, which is further improved by the EV underpinnings. Every turn you take in the Spectre is a form of electrical guidance, massaging, heating, and general calming. You nearly forget you're driving. Execution and management. The Spectre is one of the few Rolls-Royce cars that you are more likely to drive yourself rather than have driven for you, as was previously mentioned. Because of this, a lot of effort has gone into making this a fun experience, even though it's not the marque's main focus. This nearly 3-ton vehicle can reach 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds because of the electric powertrain's 577 horsepower and 664 pounds of torque, and it can reach a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Although these aren't the thrilling stats we've grown used to from EVs, Rolls-Royce has never been associated with quarter-mile sprints or G-force. Instead, you have more than enough power to blow past anything that stands in your path. The car travels so perfectly, adjusting its suspension to every bump in the road so its priceless passengers don't feel a thing. It is delivered in quiet where you may choose to add an electric vehicle soundtrack. Either way, you quickly recall there are speed limits in place. But the way it turns a corner is something you can feel. Getting a car this large and heavy through the narrow roads of California's hill country is quite an accomplishment, and the Spectre accomplishes it rather easily. And this car's main selling feature is its considerable ease. The car should not dive when braking. Torque should be adjusted to feel like that of a gasoline-powered Rolls-Royce, so as to avoid jarring the cabin and spilling champagne in the back seats. Cornering should be easy to handle and require minimal inputs, and accelerating should come last because you should already be tearing up the road. A Spectre is a multitasker. Is the Rolls-Royce Spectre the finest electric vehicle available for purchase? No. Its price, which starts at £350,000 or $400,000 USD, is possibly the main reason why not everyone can afford one of these cars. However, it is a very special vehicle designed for the sophisticated, well-informed Rolls-Royce customer of the future. As enthusiasts of automobiles, we enjoy the sound of engines. Nevertheless, the Rolls-Royce V12 was hardly audible at first. Because of this, the all-electric Spectre may represent the most organic, seamless, and natural transition to EV technology of any other marquee, making the switch to this technology to date. It takes a certain level of understanding to criticize the Spectre, which is why it took us this long to think back on our encounter with the vehicle. To be candid, if this is the direction that the car industry is unavoidably going, we wouldn't want to be anywhere else. In terms of luxury, the Rolls-Royce Spectre is setting the standard. Share your opinions with us in the comments below and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks for watching.